Hey everyone! In this video I'm going to draw a man portrait from a side view using this reference photo. I'll show you how I use guidelines to get accurate proportions, because if you want to get a likeness in your drawing you will need to have the correct proportions. So I'm going to start with a middle guideline and for his nose. So straight line, and then you already see that because normally the nose and the ear are on the same line, but you see now that if you make a line like this and for the brow line, so the brow line is usually on the same line as the ear and the nose line is usually on the same line as the ear. So you see now that his face isn't exactly straight, but you see angled a bit, just a bit. And you can see that by looking at these guidelines from the ear to the brow and the nose line. You see that? So just a bit. If he would look exactly straight forward, then it would be straight. The guideline would be straight. But that's okay because we're just going to draw a straight guideline, and then you will need to pay attention to the rest. The hairline and then the chin line. So this is the beard and this is not his chin. And how can you tell that? Because usually the lips are 1/3 of the nose and the chin line. So that way you would know that 1, 2, 3, that his chin would be around here. And this is his beard. So let's draw a guideline for his chin. And this is not exactly measured, but usually these 3 will be equal, will be the same height, the same size. So now you see, because his face is tilted just a bit, that his eye is on the same line as his ear. So let's draw a guideline on the corner of his eye. Let's see, I'm going to start with the eyes, and usually drawing a side profile is easier than drawing a portrait from the front or maybe 3/4 view, because now you only have to draw one eye, so that's already easier. So I'm just going to measure this part from the guideline to his eye corner. If you take so the corner to the guideline, exactly half is where I see his iris. If you look at his nose, the lips don't go further than his nose. So pay attention to that. So I think that drawing lips from the side always look really funny, especially the sketch. Let's measure this lower part. So you only draw ears like this when you're looking at a person from the side view. So just look at your reference photo and draw exactly what you see. Look at those different shapes and everything. Let's see. I think I'm going to step away from my drawing now and look at everything to see if I'm correct. So I step away, take a small break, come back, and then keep on looking back and forth, seeing if I see anything that's off and if I'm satisfied before I move on to the shading. I want to be sure that I'm satisfied with the sketch. And sometimes you see that something's off in your drawing, but you're not exactly sure what. So what helps for me is I take a picture of my drawing and look on the screen. I put the picture of my drawing and the reference photo next to each other, and I keep on going back and forth with my eyes, looking at everything to see if to see if everything is correct. And you can even, if you have your screen, you can take a ruler or your pencil and then check the line on your reference photo, check the line on your drawing, and then compare and see if you're satisfied and if everything's correct. So make sure you double checked before you move on to the shading. And when you're shading and you see that something is off, you can correct a bit, but it will be more difficult. So that's why I always say check everything before you move on. I would advise you to practice this for yourself, of course, and if this turns out good, or well, maybe the first time it won't turn out good, but you will need some practice, but only with practice you will get better and better. So you can't expect yourself to be good at it right away the first time. So it will take practice, and by doing it yourself, you will be practicing and get better and better every time you do this yourself. And wouldn't you be proud of yourself if you draw the sketch and everything all by yourself? Eventually, if you practice this a lot, then you will be able to use any reference photo you like and then understand how to look at the proportions and which guidelines to use to help you with it. With every sketch and with every drawing, we get better. So look at it that way. If this one doesn't turn out exactly how you hoped, think of it as a learning point and take it with you for the next drawing. With every drawing and with every sketch we create, we learn something. So don't be too hard on yourself and try to go step by step. I also feel, well, if it's an important drawing that I'm going to create, I feel a bit anxious, like, will it turn out okay? Of course, we all have those feelings, but come on, we just need to go past those feelings and just start somewhere. Don't think about the end results, just enjoy yourself and go step by step the first step is the sketch. And then the shading, we're also going to go step by step. First layer, second layer. I just noticed that I also erased the nose wing, so I'm going to draw that again. So the funny thing is that you only see that later. Sometimes you notice something later on because you're just focused on other things that you don't even notice. In the next video you can watch how I shape this portrait, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.